These are the woodshop construction safety rules for this class. Number 1, no one is allowed in the storage room or office. When you come into the room, you'll see my office on the right. Please do not go in there, and the storage room is way in the back. That's where we have our lumber, and that is where you should not be without permission. Number 2, always wear safety glasses when operating a machine. Safety glasses will be provided for you in class, and therefore you must wear them at all times. Number 3, always ask permission before operating any machines. And prior to that, you must take a test before using any machines, and you must pass them before using or be able to use machines. Number 4, dress properly for work, remove ties, and tuck in loose clothing. Number 5, roll up your sleeves so that it doesn't get caught in the machinery. Number 6, wear a face shield when working on the lathe or when objects come in contact with the face. If you don't have one, a face shield will be provided for you. Number 7, keep hands clean, free of oil or grease. We do have a sink for you to use, so make sure you absolutely wash your hands before you leave the classroom. Number 8, keep tools clean and sharp. They will last longer than those that they are neglected. Number 9, and in addition to tools being clean and sharp, all tools are super sharp. They are sharpened to a very high standard. You must be careful of the tools. And please make sure that you take or do not neglect the tools in class. Number 9, be thoughtful and helpful to others. It's just a courtesy. Number 10, work in a well-ventilated area, especially flammable material. Number 11, work in a well-lighted room. Number 12, select the proper size and type of tool for your work. 13, an expert never uses a tool unless it is sharp and good condition. And again, it is always super sharp. Number 14, inform the teacher of any tool that is damaged or broken. Now, you are not liable for any tools that are broken or damaged unless you abuse them. But of course, if I see you playing around with a tool or damaging them, you are going to pay the full price for that tool. Number 15, keep edge tools sharp and pointed down, and do not swing your arms or raise them over your head while carrying them. Again, this is a safety precaution. Number 16, do not carry a lot of tools at a time. Again, the tools are to be shared at all times, so therefore everybody gets to use the tools. Number 17, do not carry sharp tools in your pocket because you can actually hurt yourself. Number 18, always put your work in a vise, never hold it in your hand, and the vise is located on every workbench. Make sure you use that to hold or clamp your stock in place. Number 19, do not pile tools on your bench top. Always put tools in the middle of the table. Number 20, close the vise when finished with it and leave vise handles loose because you can actually get hurt if not. 21, keep the floor clean and free from scraps or tools because we don't want you tripping and falling over them. 22, wipe up spilled materials on the floor immediately after use because you could actually fall on anything that is slippery. 23, protect back muscles when lifting heavy objects. Ask for help. Now, we have wood in class and it's very, very heavy. Sometimes you got to make sure you ask other people to help you carry a piece of wood. 24, apply and handle finishing materials only in approved areas, which will be only in the spray booth. And we do have an area that is only for flammable material. And it's always kept in that area. There's a yellow cabinet that's marked flammable. In addition to that, there is a red can where we put oily rags at the end of the night. Number 25, close can of finishing materials and thinners immediately after use because the noxious smell can actually hurt you. And make sure that everything is closed and nice and tight so it does not become flammable. 26, dispose of oily rags and other flammable cloths in a storage can and it's usually in the red can that is marked flammable material. 27. Report all injuries to instructor immediately, no matter how slight. So if you do get hurt in class, make sure you tell me. The most we can do is probably give you a Band-Aid, but if you injure your finger or anything else, please let me know. We will send you to the nurse for treatment. If you get something in your eye, also we do have a water wash or eye wash on the side of the sink there, so make sure you can use that before you go to the nurse. 28. Absolutely no horse playing in the shop. So horse playing by definition means no playing around, no intimidating somebody, no bullying, and also on top of that, please, the shop is a work area, not a playground. 29. Never roam around the room for any reason because it is dangerous. Things might be set up to make operations of cuts, so please don't roam around the room. Please stay in your seat. Number 30. Never throw anything at anyone. You will be a safety hazard and will be removed from the class. So please do not throw anything, including a pencil, across the room because you can injure somebody walking by, or even a piece of wood. Please do not throw any of that, and it is very dangerous. 31. We do have a bathroom in the shop. Please follow these 3 rules before using the bathroom. Again, the bathroom is a privilege, not a necessity. If you need to use the bathroom, sometimes you can go outside. All right, always ask permission for before using the bathroom. A, always keep the bathroom clean. B, always flush after using. C, do not throw any candy or paper in a long urinal. 32. Safety glasses must always be worn in the shop area no matter what you are doing. So again, you must wear safety glasses in classroom at all time. 33. Do not leave without permission. You are considered cutting once you leave the shop office zone, so be careful of that. The shop office zone is located right by my office there. There is a yellow or black mark striped across the floor, so please make sure you do not walk past it, go out in the hallways because you are marked absent. We do not see you. You're considered absent for the day. 34. Never roam into a safety zone while someone is operating the machine. And the safety zone is marked off in yellow and black. And please do not go in there if someone's using that machine because it is dangerous around that area. 35. No headdress allowed in the shop. Please don't put anything on top of your head because it might fall off and it might go into the machines and get injured. No hats are allowed in the shop or any head ornaments. Please make sure you keep your hats off your head. 37. No radios brought to class. Please keep your phones off during class too, and make sure you do not use them during class. So again, no radios brought into class, no iPhones, or nothing that is disrupting the class. 38. No dancing shop or loud noises permitted. This is a work area, so please abide by the rules of the shop. 39. No gum or candy is allowed in the class. This is a school rule, so please do not bring gum or candy in class. Number 40. No students are allowed to bring food or beverage in the shop. Please keep your drinks at home, and the only thing you probably bring is water because it does get pretty messy. 41. Toothpicks or other objects are not allowed in the student's mouth. This is a safety hazard in the shop. We did have a student that had a toothpick in his mouth, and as he walked around the class, one day he actually bumped into another student and it actually got lodged in his throat. So you got to be careful of that. 42. Students should come to class alert, awake, and attentive. A good attitude produces a quality work. Again, come to class ready to work at all times. Number 43. No students are allowed out of class once the class begins. 45. All students are required to bring the following: a pen, pencil, and notebook. If you don't have one, we will provide you with it. But again, you should have some type of writing utensil, a pen or pencil to mark a piece of wood. 46. No talking while a demonstration or lecture is in progress. Your attention and safety is required. So when I give a demonstration, basically it'll be very quickly in the beginning of the class, so make sure you pay attention. and usually after a demonstration you can ask questions, but again, you need to be there to see the show. 47. Please raise your hand when you have a question. You will get attention quicker. 48. Upon entering the class, take your assigned seats. You'll be marked late or absent if you are not there. When we come back to school, that's what will happen. 49. Do not be late for class. Excessive absence will result in administrative detention. And again, because we are doing it virtual, please be on time for the Zoom meetings or the Google Meet meetings every single time that we are in class. And please do not be late. Number 50, no gambling is allowed in the shop. Keep your toys at home. This is the work area. 51, no writing on the blackboard. Okay, so please leave the boys alone because you usually have instructions on there. 52, do not talk while the instructor is taking attendance. 53, do not get up from your seat while class is in progress. 54, students are responsible for their own property. Whatever you bring into class, make sure you take with you, such as umbrellas, your book bag, anything else. Please make sure whatever you bring, make sure you take with you. 55, do not write on anything in the shop unless you are instructed to do so. 56, do not break wood because every piece of wood that we use we can actually recycle. 57, do not throw away any wood. Again, we save all material in the shop. 58, do not bang nails into the table because if you do and you touch that nail, you could actually cut yourself. So please be careful. 59, do not waste glue. If spilled, clean up immediately. 60, do not crush wood in the vise because it will actually pop up and it will hit you in the eye or any part of your body, so you might get hurt. 61, do not curse in class. Please use proper language. 62, do not go into the finishing room without permission because there are chemicals there and some people might be staining or putting a finish on their project. 63, no coats are to be worn in class. Please make sure that coats are to be hung up or put by a chair. 64, students should always help the instructor. 65, do not steal wood, which means that please, if you need any type of piece of wood, please let me know. I can always give it to you, but please don't take anything out of my shop or any tools other than that. 66, do not talk while the teacher is speaking, and I will wait for you to finish. 67, no running in the shop, please, because it is not safe and you might fall and hit yourself on the machines or on tables. 68, do not tilt your chair back because you will get hurt, and sometimes if you tilt your chair back, you could actually fall. 69, do not play with electrical cords, and we have a number of different voltages in class. The first one is 110, which is pretty much standard, but then we actually go up to 220 and up to probably 440 and even 660, which is very dangerous because a lot of these machines are very, very heavy duty. Again, don't play with any electrical cords, and please do not put your iPhone to be charged in class. Do not charge any phones in class because you could actually fry your phones anywhere in these outlets. 70, do not play with the telephone or intercom. Sometimes they might make an announcement, but again, my telephone or intercom is a two-way system. They can hear us, we can hear them. 71, do not destroy or damage other students' property or even parts of it. Okay, so please be careful of it. Number 72, no yelling out the door. And sometimes we might leave the doors open a little bit to get some air, but please do not yell out the door. It's a little courtesy. 73, after class, no playing in the hallways. 74, do not turn power or lights off. 75, do not disturb others before or after class. 76, treat the substitute with respect. If Mr. Chung is absent, the substitute can give you a 0 for the day. Again, that is only if Mr. Chung is not here and I'm really not in class. 77, Do not abuse the air hose. Do not blow into someone's face. Do not put the air hose in your mouth. 78. I'm sorry, number 77. It is dangerous to put the air hose in your mouth. We only use the air hose to blow a piece of wood and make sure the dust is off. Please do not use it any other way. 78. Please put wood that you are not using in its proper place, preferably in, I guess, in the storage box that we have, usually in the back of the room or to the side. 79. Do not play with water in the sink. Do not put paper in the sink. Number 80. Do not read magazine, books, and newspaper in the class that does not relate to woodshop. So please don't do your homework in class. Please only do woodworking while you're here because we don't have a lot of time. 81. Upon cleanup time, students must stop work immediately because we need to clean up. Everyone will be assigned a cleanup job because this way the class gets transitioned to the next period very easily. 82. Do not work until class begins. 83. All students must clean up his or her own area before leaving. In addition, all students will be assigned a cleanup group. So you will be giving up a cleanup job for everybody in class. Make sure you know that. 84. If you do not clean up in class, you will receive a 0. Or 85. Always say please and thank you when asking for something. Show a little courtesy. 86. Always make sure there's a right to know label on the can or bottle before using. And a right to know label is something that is marked on the can that says what you need to know when you either ingest it or you in fact get it in your eye, or how to make sure you treat it. Number 88, do not use cleaning fluid on your hand for a long period of time. It may burn or poison your skin. 89, do not breathe glue or other finishing material. The long-term effect might kill you. 90, use a face mask when sanding or when there's too much dust in the air. Some dust may cause cancer. 91, all students must do his or her own work. Do not copy from others. 92, always wear an apron to protect your clothes, especially when you're working with finishing material. Again, make sure you come dressed ready to work. 93, put your name on your work. If it is not there, it might not be yours. Again, everybody's project will look the same. Make sure you put your name on all your parts. 94, do not take drugs before, during, and after class. Your performance might be impaired and you may be a safety hazard to yourself and others. So please, if you don't feel well that day, just let me know and we can try to do something else. 95, if you are high, inform the teacher immediately. And by that means that if you have taken some kind of cold medication and you don't feel very well, just make sure you let me know so we can have you do something else for the period. 96, do not sell, carry, distribute drugs in class. If you're caught, a mandatory 3-year drug sentence is given by New Jersey State Court. So you have to be careful that, again, you do not carry any of this stuff. 97, make sure you have a prescription for all medication. 98, attendance is taken before and after class. So again, when you come into class, I will take attendance. During class, I will take attendance. And before you leave, I will take attendance to make sure that either you come in late or I know that you are in class. 99, wait to be dismissed. Do not jump when the bell sounds. I'll say, have a great day. See you guys tomorrow. Or I guess you guys are dismissed. 100, if you leave before you are dismissed, you are marked absent. So make sure you understand that. So please don't split on me. 101, no smoking is allowed anytime, anywhere in the shop. This is a fire law. 102, do not steal another student's property. That includes his project or parts of it. So please put your name on all your work. 103, always put your name on your work. If it's not there, it might be yours and will be confiscated. Again, please, if two students are arguing about whose project it is, what we do is if there's no name on it, then nobody gets it. 104, do not sleep or put your head down in class. If you do, you will be marked absent or will be sent to the nurse for treatment. Please come to class alert, awake, and attentive. 105, do not ask other students to visit you. This is a working shop. 106. Students are required to bring a pen or pencil to class. A. You are required to write in class. B. You need to mark and lay out wood. C. If you do not have a pen or pencil, you will receive a 0 for the day. 107. Students are to keep some form of a notebook either in class or with them. Many safety information are given and must be written down. 108. Upon entering the class, all students are required to be seated and not be roaming around the room. Again, your attendance is mandatory and you need to be seated in your own seat so that I know where you are or who you are, because there are some days where I do not have to call your name. 109. Do not sit in the instructor's area. You have an assigned seat from which attendance is taken. 110. Ask permission before using any machines or portable power tools. A. Observe all safety rules for that particular machine. B. Operating machine properly. C. After using, clean and put the machine back in its proper place. And then the last thing it says, I understand the following safety rules and I will comply with them. If I break any of these rules, then either I will receive a 0 or I will be liable for my removal from this class because I'm a safety hazard to myself and to other students. Again, this starts from the beginning, and this is the actual contract of the woodworking class. These are the rules that you need to know, and you are instructed to make sure that you know these rules because it is for your own safety, and above all, making sure that no one in the shop will get hurt.